diesel takes the road. Well, Percy and Bernard ran away. Turbans had done all the shunting in the yard. Adaptable, he posted. That's what made Jacob. Owner says, go in the way, talk anything that's there. You'll take me this. Smoking. You'll take me this and scratch your rails. Burn your outlook, Nick me. Oh, said Percy and Bernard. Us plant the field, we prefer to stay on our rails, think so. Steam engines and diesel engines did come once upon a time. Turbans chuckled, and on those, the engines amended to the traction engine, and had told me that turbans was it. The past October took little weeks than expected, and diesel became used to trundling off toward the clapper each morning. Because of diesel's small petrol tank, his Jacob and Simon arranged the clapper manager that they shall be load the trucks down to small engine dock at lunchtime instead of later today. It saved time tall. But diesel always needed an extra driver to fill his petrol tank. This way, he delivered the trucks and got petrol on one visit. Time passed and the weather became colder. With hard frosts, turbulent and night, in rather diesel. He had his friend Tom to keep the draft on, and he droned Tom and Fro, arranging the trucks, taking them down to the yard and bringing back into ones. One day, it was particularly cold. The ground froze solid. Even diesel for sugar. He shivered. She left the shouldn't sit hard, no turns long and near till the clapper. When the ground freezes, it swells. At the road crossing with Toper with a small accident, the frost had swollen earth in the ruts beside the rails so much that Diesel's wheels were lifted clean off the track. crunching noise, a rumbling, and Diesel began to shudder. He was on his feet. "Oh!" he exclaimed, "What's happening?" The name carries her away and towards the cargo. But Diesel, with no rails to guide his wheels, simply ran when straight on. Diesel was not going fast. "Oh, that Diesel," said his driver at once, and pumped the brakes as hard as he dared, putting them on. Shaking the Diesel came to a stop, with all 6 wheels standing on the roadway. "Oh, dear," he said, looking at the gas birds in front of him. "Now what?" The ferryman got down. "No problem," he said. "With care, we can get you back on the rails in no time." Don't say how," said Diesel sadly. Directed by the ferryman, the driver carried the back Diesel along the route his wheels had just made. At last, with a thud and a jolt, Diesel felt the rails safely beneath his wheels. Once more, he heaved a sigh beneath. "Well done, Diesel," said his ferryman. "Now get a shovel to dig the muck out of the rust out of the tracks, so it won't happen again. Then we can get safely up to the cargo, and no one will be lazy." But the merchant would find the second shortness. When Toby was after being mended, he came to see the engines. "What's this here, Diesel?" he asked. "Seems a bit a traction engine, will you?" Diesel blushed. But the fat controller wasn't cross. Diesel turned to the antennas. The fat controller laughed. "If there we go," he said. "It's up neath the roads to what we thought. You'll stay on the rails. You're feeling much more comfortable." Diesel the back engine was quick to return at the end of the speech order. It is all for today. for centuries, and lost other tiller, Christopher James First, has been doing his first work on log shop and tinter of name. When he first did this log shop work, he lost a card cabinet, and he used to have motion estes charcoal, which was not suiting his old fashion. Doesn't sort his fashion in me. He was not wanting the Count Kerner anymore, so he decided to use tape Kerners instead. He has some miniature Kerner which are for miniature tapes. He did them for many years, and as some years passed on, as well as time, days, weeks, months, he found a digital camera which he was wanting to use from the 90s. He needs to have some of them from the 90s and others from the first 2000s, which is 2000. He has been lucky. He's found some okay ones which have the letter A at the end of some word name tapes, and there's a word power. UK cameras have power as well as Australian ones, but you can't learn to get it yet, because he needs to get through things first, in a way. About some things he's been doing. He's made another railway called the Forest Railway. It is a connection and there's this spot here in. This trick used to be working and staying in the spot, but it's taken off, and these plastic bricks for walls are used for the water pot. And he has got himself a digital tape camera which has a bottom cassette on it. He wanted a top one, not a bottom one. And the reason he wants some of these cameras, the digital ones, because of the animation movement. They go tick tick tick, not tick tick tick. I mean, no, and talk jumbo, jumbo, mum, I mean, no, and talk. I don't know what I'm talking about. He's and talking about digital need cameras with talkie sets of go tick tick tick. Others is bottom ones go tick tick tick. There are lots of things to say. How's this letter he's got from a fan? If he's watching this, but please, this person's name is Colonel. A soldier. And he says, Delicate Handle, it happened upon your lordship.com videos and wanted to tell you how much I appreciated your creativity. I found your Thomas stories very interesting, especially the way you created the scenes of us to enjoy. You also stay with the story of telling the story in your own clear voice because it is very nice and expresses the changes in the story well. Of course he can speak clearly. He's not Nick, Mr. Quaid. In his solo played the piano. A name in past, you are a very talented individual. Your costume, the glamber one, is very cool too. I wish I could give you a story name, but they're not as good as creating stories as you are. Maybe you could have someone kidnapped Poker and Gumber, Trevor and Thomas, searching all around to find him. Oh, April, you are better at creating stories than Ian. Think of his having our videos because you're with several thousand views on some of them. It is outstanding. None of my videos have that many views, so you also be proud of your following. Pay Turtle and keep loving this kiss. Your friend, Colonel, is Sawyer. His last name's a bit difficult to say. So, Colonel, from San Francisco, Canada, your United States, if you're watching this, you'll be proud because I'm making an interview of myself, standing in front of the letter and already finished reading it. Hey, Percy, can you just help us with the kids in a minute, please? Oh, yes, if I got it, I have some friends, friends, the Star Times and Subtension, Sunshine and Curtis. Now this, a little ponies, and a princess one. They're from Poland and Ponyville. I know they sent a unicorn one called Teenage Sparkle. The other's Applejack Satishy, Liberty, Rainbow, Dash, and Pinkerpie. The Princess Polar is Princess Semester. I first met them in St. Charles of talking. We were firm friends ever since, and when we were separated, we still remember each other. And we're together at last as we all moved to Tasmania, the island of Nutter. We didn't want to call it Island of Steamhead, it doesn't make sense. Island of Nutter is an inspiring data of when Soto was given to the island and first made away. Interesting privileges. And they also need to say some interesting names. They expected. They need to chuff with McShane along the boss need to take some people to work, not this home. Others on holiday, not this home talk. It's all the post-work. The post-work is important because it is in process of importance for everyone to receive. Miss Dr. Taylor always checks the letterbox for some letters. Nick is friend's letter from the United States on the other side of the world. It also Nick being cheeky, but they sometimes need to be rather useful to do rather useful work. It did some different scenes, August, Nigma, and Henry based on Thomas and Gordon. Yes. It's my favorite saga made from the later. Isn't there of the Tinkins and Condagine? Really smart. Isn't there of the Tinkins and really smart makes me impersonalist. I got that hit from Trainage saying intranegness. In getting myself in a laughing madness, we are talking to a person. The audience is behind her. How? Then? Yes, then. Oh, yes. I wondered where you were making an interview of yourself. It's a dagger, not an interview of myself. They're all right. Of course it is an interview of myself. It just came to tell you it's past your bedtime. Oh, right. Sit in there. Anyway, that's all for tonight, lots of people. And thank you, Carol, for giving us the first fan letter. It's even better than letters on computers. Got it. Oh, evening person, mate. Hello, Ned. Dot. Did you know that he has made some interview about myself in front of a first translator from Chicago, San Francisco, Canada, United States? Oh, yes. I wondered, I've heard from Diesel saying you're making an interview of yourself, so I thought you might explain to me, which I did. Yes. What a day of getting friends to Nick and Snobber Terrace channel. It's better than getting letters on computers. I think we should use a digital camera because we want to have no problems with a recording scene in front of a box computer. If he uses this minute with the camera which he's using it now, he would serve a recording screen game with names. But when he uses a digital one, he doesn't serve the screen. Only because it has 16 with. And it's on now. And then now start a tennis camera box. Oh yes. Interesting. Box. All of instructions. Oh, it's better cool. It needs some sleep. Got it. Very perfect. Just for the names of your top people. And now Stalker Taylor is getting some long rest work, and he did the not uploading. I'll just have to wait. He's spending his time on the tape editor on the computer. He would also spend some time visiting the Georgia one railway, and the Southfield Railway. I'll just give you the picture. It's some scene of me made up. Let's all focus servers on casino with a long